Ladies and gents, welcome to the John Harris Podcast, the conversational podcast covering all things unimportant, where almost no topic is off limits and enthusiasm is seriously encouraged. From the sublime to the ridiculous, we've got you covered. Let us know where you're listening from using the hashtag the John Harris Podcast, or follow me on Instagram at the original John Harris. Today's guests are a husband and wife duo, business owners, lovers, not only of each other, but of all things colourful. They'll help you get spotted with a sprinkle of joy just as long as you're as bananas as they are. Founders of the most colourful brand in the world, Happy Stride, it's my pleasure to welcome, at the moment, Pete Goldring.
Hello. Hi, John.
Hello,
how's
mate.
it going?
Oh, can't stop laughing. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sitting here in a pair of shorts and t-shirt. It's very hot down in Essex today.
Happy Stride shorts, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Always wearing the Happy Strides. Always repping the brand.
I should hope so. And hopefully we'll be joined by your wife Sam a little bit later. But
hopefully, fingers crossed. Yes, fingers crossed.
Smashing. Well, the first feature, as with every episode of my podcast, is called the Quickie Picky feature, a series of nonsensical questions to give the listeners a little bit of an idea into you and your mindset. None of them mean very much. Quick fire, as long-winded, however you want to answer them. But if you want to get into that, we'll crack on, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Question 1. What is the best name of a Happy Stride short?
That's a good question. I think Tropic Like It's Hot.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's a really good one. Obviously, it's a bit like Drop It Like It's Hot. I mean, they all take a bit of thinking, but I'd say that would be my favourite name.
My two favourites: Hectic Geometric, I like, and Avocadio is arguably my favourite.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It's a belter.
A good one as well. Yeah. Do you think the names make a bit of a difference on the? Yeah,
it's all good fun, isn't it? It's all good fun, light-hearted. Exactly. You've got to keep smiling. Good fun. Shorts or leggings?
Shorts or leggings? I'm a massive personally. I'm a shorts man. I love wearing shorts. Like I'll try and wear not just for running, obviously, but I'll try and wear shorts from as soon as spring comes until I can get away with not wearing them. October, November.
You're not that person stood in the depths of winter in town with your shopping bag and a pair of shorts on in the sideways rain.
No, definitely not. Definitely shorts for myself.
What's your favourite colour?
Favourite colour is blue. Blue, navy blue. I'd say is my favourite colour.
Who's going to win the Euros?
England. It's got to be England, isn't it?
It's definitely not Scotland after this afternoon's result.
Hopefully England. I know we all get behind them in every big major championship, but I think it'd be nice to see England win.
Yeah, fair enough. What's the weirdest thing in your fridge?
I might actually have to quickly go and have a look.
If only if it was a video podcast, we could do it's like
I know.
What's that thing that used to be on MTV?
Oh, Cribs.
What's the
weirdest thing?
This is fantastic watching you judge all of the items in your fridge.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any weird stuff in here. I mean, there's loads of no, not really. I mean, the weirdest thing would be some 5% fat total yogurt, I'd say. But that's not even weird, is it? That's not even weird at all, is it?
Not that weird, no.
No. To be honest, there's not really any standout weird stuff. There's quite a few ketchup sachets, which we've acquired over the last few years, which haven't been used. But yeah, sorry, mate. There's not anything really standout or weird.
That's all right. Who is your biggest inspiration?
God. I would say biggest inspiration. Mate, I don't know. I mean, I've got a few. Like, I suppose Eliud Kipchoge, obviously,
Yeah.
broken the 2-hour mark. Unbelievable athlete. Like what he did to break the 2 hours is unbelievable. And just I love his whole mindset and the way he trains and he focuses. And then I'm quite a big, as well as running, I quite like golf as well.
Right.
And I think I still think Tiger Woods is a massive inspiration of mine in terms of what he's done for the golf game and the things he's achieved.
Fair enough. What's the best shape? I told you it was nonsensical.
Yeah. The best shape is circle, because I don't know. It's round, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect from the answer. It's just a weird question. Finally, if you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
You're not supposed to tell anyone about your wishes, are you? I wish first. Okay, I'd wish for COVID to go away.
Yeah, fair enough. One. Yeah.
I wish it to completely disappear for everyone. I wish for, I suppose, health and happiness for all family and friends. And I wish that Happy Stride becomes the biggest global running brand, I suppose.
Yes, that's what we like to hear. I'd like to see that as well.
Oh, thank you, John. Cheers.
That'd be good. Well, but you'll be glad to know that's the end of the Quickie Picky feature and the
okay, great.
Stupid
hopefully
questions.
Hopefully I did all right. Maybe the nightmare bit might have been a bit awkward, but apart from that, I think we got through.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a pass or fail on this podcast.
Okay, cool.
So we're obviously here, founder or co-founder with your wife of the Happy Stride brand. Now, as a lover of colourful clothes, Happy Stride, shorts, leggings, socks of just weird, wonderful, crazy, fun, happy, bright designs. Tell us the story of why and how it all came about.
Okay, so I'm a passionate runner myself. So I've been running about just over 11 years now.
Right.
So one of my friends who I used to work with in advertising got me into running, James Selson, and he challenged me to run a marathon. And with 3 or 4 months training, did my first marathon, and then got hooked on it. And he's really into running as well. And then he challenged me to run an ultra. So I got really into running, and he actually founded the business Centurion Running.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the ultra running business. They've got quite a few ultras up and down the UK. So I'm a very passionate runner. As I said, I've been running 11 years. I've done 53 marathons and ultras. So it's a big part of my life. And I was reading the book Shoe Dog. I don't know if you've read that book.
Nike, is it Nike founder?
Yeah. So Phil Knight. It's the story of Nike. It's basically the book is. I'd highly recommend it to anyone who's a big runner, or who's into who wants to start a business, or who's into business itself. And so I read that book, and I just found it really inspiring in terms of what he did for how Nike actually started. He basically started buying trainers from China and selling them out of his garage, and the whole story about building it into what it is today. And after as you probably know, Nike actually originated as a running brand. And once I finished that book, I was thinking I've got to start something to do with running. And Sam, my wife, we've always said we'd like to start some sort of business. She works in marketing and social media, so she quite like the whole branding part of the piece and the running the social account. So and it was our opportunity to build a brand. So using my passion for running and her marketing skills, and I actually work in advertising as well. So basically, yeah, I had to be doing running. So after finishing the book, I actually ran a park run a few weeks after finishing the book. It must have been, and they took a picture of the start of the park run, and we were all standing there, including myself, and we all had black shorts on, or just block coloured shorts. And I looked at the picture after, and I thought, you see the odd, colour, bright coloured pair of shorts, but I was thinking, we've all got these short, black shorts, and I was thinking, is there a company out there who's actually specialising in colourful running shorts? And I did a bit of research, and as far as I knew in the UK, there wasn't. I mean, I know there's various different brands and they do colourful shorts, but didn't really see anyone specialising in it. I thought there's definitely a space in the market there.
Yeah.
So that's really how it originated from, and I think that there's a big part of the why. What is the why of the Happy Stride? And it's to inspire running and exercise globally, get people out there, and with these colourful products as well, but also the whole mental health thing. So myself, I use running to help me in terms of stress release, and you see on our cards, I know you posted about the card says running makes you happy, and that's something I've always said, and it really does. I believe that it makes you after you go for a run, you never regret going for a run, and it makes you happy. So we're sort of trying to inspire that as well, and that's why from every sale we actually make a donation to a mental health charity.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
So we've worked with Mind and My Black Dog for we're coming up to 2 years in August. So they're the first two charities we've worked with. We're close to deciding our charity for this year. Right. So that's another big part of the brand. So fun, bright, colourful patterns, but also trying to inspire people to get out there and run, and sort of communicate and educate people on the benefits of running in terms of how it can help you, and help it. I believe it helps all areas of your life. So if you look at our Instagram grid, there's a lot of pictures of user generated content, so people posting in the shorts, but there's also quite a few, we try and inspirational quotes, so trying to post those first thing in the morning. People wake up, they read it, and they're like, oh, I wasn't going to go for a run today, okay, I want to get out and run. But yeah, I've probably just waffled off completely
no
on a tangent there, but hopefully that helps you understand what Happy Stride means and why we started it.
Yeah, it's good to go down the rabbit hole. For me, I know exactly what you mean. There's just my run club, UTS Run Club. The racing vest is black.
Yeah,
which is fine, but it means that, or like generally, when we turn up to races, everybody else will be in a black vest and therefore black shorts.
Yeah.
So before Happy Stride, I found the thing that if I found a pair of bright coloured shorts, or even any sort of bright coloured active clothing, I would just have to buy it on the spot, because you never know when you're going to get the opportunity to find something colourful and bonky. Bonky, great word. Bonkers. And I absolutely encourage the fun and the happiness. And I also believe what you said was you never regret going for a run. You might hate it while you're doing it, but when you're finished, God, you feel good. Like you're always satisfied that you've done it, even if it was horrible. You're satisfied you've been, aren't you? So I completely agree with that, and I think the donation thing is wonderful that you're doing that as well.
Yeah, 100%. And as you said, if you're sitting there, sometimes you think, "Oh, should I go or should I not?" As you just said, even if it's not a run you enjoy and it's just a couple of miles or a mile or or whatever, or if you're just beginning to run it, a walk, if you're just beginning to do, if you're doing couch to 5K, it's a walk run, you always feel better once you've got in, had your shower, and you're sitting down. You just, it's the endorphins, isn't it? It's the it's the energy and all those sorts of things. And personally, I think it's the best drug for mental health and making you happy. I really do believe it does help all areas of your life. I think it makes you a better person.
I completely agree. So that's the why. What about the how? So I'm interested, imagine this is a business specific podcast. How do you start a business? Because I've no idea.
So basically, so we didn't have any idea as well. So the first thing we had to come up with was a name, and obviously that took quite a long time. And obviously, happy, as we've spoke about, how running makes you feel, and stride. So that came about. And when we were thinking of the name, the first few things we had to check, Sam, obviously being very social media led, does the Instagram, has anyone got a Happy Stride Instagram?
Yeah.
So we actually managed to get that. We actually got the Happy Stride Instagram before we registered the company, Company's House, because we knew that this brand was going to be built it was going to be an online brand and built via social media.
Yeah.
So we thought of the name, we did that. And then we decided, right, okay, so we're doing this. We registered the company for Company's House. And then, so what we need to do, we worked with a couple of designers, one on the branding, so the fonts and the logos and stuff like that for the website. And then we worked with another designer who we've worked with ever since we launched Happy Stride. She's literally we come up with the ideas on what we want, but she actually puts the designs together.
Right.
And yes, we launched the first two designs, which are bananas and parrots.
Yeah.
And really weirdly, we always look back and think, why did we launch those two? But do you know what? They did okay. And so we came up with those two designs, and then we used a platform called Shopify. I don't know if
I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, so it's an e-commerce platform which we manage all the website and accounting and sales and all those sorts of things on there. So we built the website through Shopify, and then we had to set up the website, and then we had to get the designs done. So we worked with a factory, and we sourced. We found that factory through Alibaba. And the factory is in China. Like a lot of brands work with these factories in China, and we made sure that it was a proper factory where they had various processes in place, and we got a couple of samples made of the shorts, and then we launched it in. I suppose that's the whole process. So, Company's House, setting up the socials, website. And then the first two designs we launched in August 2019. And the first 6 months, to be honest, we sold probably about 50 pairs, made to friends and family, and then a few random people started buying them, which was quite nice. And then last year, the start of lockdown last year, is really where the business, I'd say, started to build momentum. And generate a lot more sales. And over the last year, we've really, bought out a lot of different designs, got into leggings and socks as well, and also got really into the Facebook advertising. So learning how to do that and drive people to your site, because for an SME, I think it's Facebook advertising is the best form of advertising. The amount of targeting you can do, you can target runners, various age categories, various segments in the UK, and it's we've learned how to do that a lot over the last year as well. So I suppose that I've got moved on from setting up into other bits, but I suppose that's how we set up the business. But it did take. I remember we were sitting in after that park run. That was November 2018. And then we came, January, February was when we decided to register the company's house, and we obviously launched in August 2019. So it was about 8 or 9 months of setting it all up.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, does it?
No, it's a lot of work and research and stuff like that.
The question I had is interesting. I say a couple of samples and obviously designed the shorts and everything.
Yeah.
Now, for me, they're great and they're colourful and everything, but you've got to, if you especially the longer time, you can wear anything for 5K, but if you're spending a long time in them, they've got to be good quality as well. You've got the pocket at the back which fits almost every phone in. You've got the pocket which fits a gel in and everything. Obviously the quality. I mean, I spent 20 hours in them last weekend.
That's really good to hear, John, actually, to be honest, because the longest I've run in them is about 43 miles. So it's great that we've had a couple of people do 100 miler. So that's really good to hear that if you thought they were good for that.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I absolutely love the colours, and even if they weren't great, I'd probably still wear them for a park run or wear them for a 10K. Yeah. But you've got to have the quality, I think, for longevity of the brand, I would imagine, but also for people to be willing to spend a lot of hours in them.
Yeah.
Is that something that's quite important to you? Is obviously that mark of quality as well? Yeah,
I think so. So to be honest, John, when we actually launched the first pair in August, they just had they didn't actually have. I don't think they actually had they actually did have a zip pocket, but they didn't have an inner short in them. They just had a lining.
Right.
And then what we've done over the last year is introduce so everything's now got an inner short. Mm-hmm. Everything's got the back zip pocket. Everything's got the key pouch, and we're further developing them now. We're actually bringing out probably soon. The next iteration will be adding in a side foam pouch on your leg.
Oh yeah.
So you've probably seen a few of them out there, but so on your outer leg, you can slip your phone in there as well. So I actually tested it for the ultra marathon I did in May for 43 miles, and the phone stayed in place. So being a keen runner myself, I understand it's not. I think with Happy Stride, people might look at it and go, okay, they've got colourful patterns as well. But what I want people to take away from Happy Stride is they're multifunctional shorts as well. Yeah. So you've got a cool pattern, bright patterns, but then also they're a good short in terms of, you just said it, you ran 20 hours in them. And the inner short is so good for comfort and support. I think you need that. If you don't have an inner short in there, if you just have, especially for a man, you have to wear some. I'm not promoting another brand, but you have to wear a pair of pants like a run to wear, something like that. If you don't have an inner short.
Yeah, fair enough. One of the questions, maybe I should save this for if your wife joins, but who's the brains behind it all? I know you've talked a little bit about, I suppose that question's a little bit covered already, but you're sort of the runner and she's the brand. How does that, obviously you wanted to start a company together and it became big. And it's nice that it was born out of that photo and it was born out of a love for running and everything. Yeah. But how does that work for you guys? How do you find marrying your skill sets together?
So do you know what, John? We are different in terms of she's, as I said, she's more into that branding side. I'm obviously the runner behind the brand, but she actually has done through meeting me. She's actually run 2 marathons. She does enjoy running, but not to my extent or your extent. But she likes to do 3, 4, 5 miles here and there again, just to keep her fit and keep her fit and healthy. So yeah, as I said, I'm the runner. We both, in terms of the designs and the ideas, we both come up with different designs. So it's a bit of a joint thing with that. And the business, I'd say again, it's we both come up with different ideas. We're always looking at different ideas in terms of how can we make optimizations on our site so when people land on the site, that you've got a higher conversion rate. There's all these different, when you're running an e-commerce business, until you get into it, you really don't realize that there's so many things you can do, slight changes, and it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And in terms of the ad, so I wouldn't say there's anyone in particular out of us who's the brains. I think we both come up with ideas, and we both complement each other. She's really good at the, I better big her up because she's not here. She's really good at the she's really good at the creative side. So she, as I said, she works in social media for her full-time job, and she's really good at that. So she's really good at putting the creative images together, and when we launch a product, all of those images we put out there, and she's got that that photographic eye as well.
Yeah.
So when we shoot the pictures, when we're launching a new product, there's a big difference between my photos and her photos. She's one of those where you go on holiday with her, and you take a picture and you show it to her, and she's like, can you take that again like this? But I've actually and she'd agree with that, and I've actually learned a lot through being with her, married to her, about what a good photo looks like.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, that's good. I know exactly that sort of photo you're saying.
Yeah, it's the classic bloke takes the photo and pass it to his girlfriend or wife, and they look at it and go, "No, can you do that again, please?" Yeah,
I'm not happy with that. So you said there about full-time work and stuff. Obviously, so at the moment, are you guys doing this in evenings, weekends?
Yeah,
and stuff. I'd imagine the dream for this, like you said earlier, to be the biggest and best global brand for shorts and stuff.
Yeah, I think Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, that was me done.
Yeah, I think. As I said, it is a side hustle, and we do work on it. As I said, on the evenings and the weekends. But for us, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
At the moment, because it's something we're so passionate about and we enjoy doing. But yeah, I mean, biggest global running brand. That's a big wish, that is. But you never know. You've got to dream big. But I think the first thing is to conquer the UK, and then go from there. And I think what we're starting to notice is, like, even you, John. I think you bought. When did you buy Happy Strides?
First pair was about 2 months ago, I think.
Cool. And do you mind me asking how you heard about Happy Stride?
No. A friend of mine from the Run Club saw them and tagged me in saying, "This is the brand for you. How do you not already own some of them?" And then I did I did a poll on Instagram.
Oh yes,
like the quarterfinal, semi-final, and final, and bought the pink leopard.
Yes.
And then I think about 3 days later bought the tie-dye anyway because I loved them.
Yeah, I do remember that, John. And what's great is I think your friend actually saw one of our Facebook ads. And
yes, it was. Yeah, you're right.
So that's really good to hear. And I think as I said, we're still a very young business, and it's still early days. But what we're starting to see now is the Facebook ads are working, and people are wearing them I think what's going to really help us is the races. I think because races haven't been on the last year. Like there was another guy wearing the shorts in your race as well.
Mr. Smevs, I think he's
and
the lovely bloke.
Yeah, the backyard ultra you guys did, and that's so good. That's so cool for us to have you both wearing them, because you turn up to races, and the likelihood of anyone, you might get one or two pairs, but what we're starting to see is like more people wearing them, more people posting about them, and hopefully we'll get to a point where we're always going to have to advertise, but organically they start selling themselves. And I think the big thing about them, John, is the fact that they are bright and they stand out. So because it's that type of product, if you go for a run with your running club, people will comment and go, "Oh, where did you get them from?"
Yeah,
because they do stand out. But yeah, I think the I suppose there's lots of different goals with Happy Stride, but I think the initial one would be really make our mark on the UK running scene, really.
Yeah, no, that's great. I absolutely agree, and I think because you're absolutely right. He ran past me and said, "Nice Happy Strides," and then we got chatting from there. And hopefully, for me, the more colours, the better. And if the whole race could be Happy Stride, and people could be colourful from head to toe, then fantastic.
Yeah, or even a Happy Stride race.
Oh, well, hey, let me know. I'm there with bells on.
That would be cool. Cool.
I think that's a nice time to go to the ad break. So when we come back, we'll have more from Pete Goldring, co-founder of Happy Stride. The following is a broadcast from the made-up Please Plea Electronic Transmission Department, or for short, the Muppets. Have you seen this man in your local area? Please get in touch if you've seen him and his very distinct features, which I'm sure you'll all agree are very recognisable. And also, this is an audio broadcast and you can't see what I'm looking at, and my job is stupid. I think I hate myself. What is the meaning of life? Hello? Have you been in a car accident that wasn't your fault? Claim absolutely nothing by immediately giving me all of your bank details, and me and my team, who definitely aren't real, will do absolutely nothing we can to compensate you for something that didn't even happen. Call 0800 bullshit 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 today. Welcome back to the John Harris podcast. I'm joined by Pete Goldring, co-founder of Happy Stride. Are you having a good time?
Mate, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying chatting to you.
Good. Yeah. Together we'll break the internet. Legend and loser. I know I've given you no fair warning for this, so I haven't given you time to think. So we'll just crack on. Just me with the legend and loser of this week. Very quickly, my legend, has to be the medical team at the Europeans in Bucharest saving Christian Eriksen's life. That sort of goes without saying. And my loser, bit of a weird, from the weird and wonderful dark corners of news apps this week. Anybody in Warsaw, Poland, that flocked to the smell of there was a flower that unexpectedly bloomed at the botanical gardens in Warsaw called the Sumatran Titan arum plant, which is a plant that's commonly known as the corpse flower that smells like a dead body. And hundreds of people flocked to the botanical gardens to smell it. And wow. I just feel like I hope Interpol were monitoring the smell of the visitors of that corpse flower, so that anybody that visited the corpse flower at a rush when it was unexpectedly bloomed the weekend just gone are my losers of the week. But much more importantly, back to talking about Happy Stride. I saw this week on the socials that the Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan was seen. He's famously well into his running, but the Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan was seen with a pair of Happy Strides. That's a good good moment for you, isn't it?
Oh, mate, yeah, a great moment. So Ronnie is one of my heroes. I've always loved snooker. Sort of grown up playing a bit of snooker in the old snooker clubs with my dad and my uncle and his mates and my mates. And I've always loved Ronnie. And the fact that I think it's the longevity of Ronnie in terms of he's been around in snooker since he was probably 17, hasn't he? And he's, what is he, 44 now? So 27 years. And he's a big hero of mine. I've read his book, Running. And basically, one of my neighbours, a guy called Anthony, who's recently moved into our road. He's a runner as well, so I got chatting with him, and he's got a friend who's recently moved here as well called Gary, and it turns out that Gary actually runs regularly with Ronnie at Hainault Forest.
Okay.
In Essex, not regularly, now and then I'd say. So when I found this out, I was like, we've got to get Ronnie a pair of Happy Strides, and Gary was like, I'll try. And it took a few months to set up the run, because obviously Ronnie's a busy man.
Absolutely, yeah.
And yes, we gifted him a pair. I have to say that of Happy Strides. And yes, to have that photo of him holding them is great. And he, as I said, he's one of my heroes, a big runner, and I think it's just great branding, and again, brand awareness to have a star like Ronnie. I mean, if you think, for me personally, if you think of snooker, I always think of Ronnie O'Sullivan's my favourite player. Yeah. Probably, I know he's not the most successful snooker player, but 6 world championships and everything else he's done.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just a really nice guy. He's a down to earth, really nice, friendly guy.
I think the powers that be in snooker have got a little way to go until they allow him to play in a pair of Happy Strides, though. You might have to branch into waistcoats.
Yeah, Barry Hearn. I'm not sure Barry Hearn will let that happen, but So that was really. I actually posted that on my own Facebook, just saying this is a proud moment for me with Happy Stride. Managed to see someone like Ronnie with the shorts in his hands.
Who's the next A-lister that you're targeting? Who's the dream celebrity that you'd like to see in a pair of Happy Strides?
Oh God, I don't know. I think the thing is, we're never going to get Mo Farah in a pair of Happy Strides, because he's probably paid millions of pounds by Nike.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. So no, we've had Jenny Faulkner. Again, gifted. We've had. Just trying to think. We did send some Happy Strides to. This is actually a bit of a story. Actually, we actually last summer I called up. Chris Evans is a massive runner. You may know. Mm-hmm. And I got a bit obsessed with trying to get Chris Evans a pair of Happy Strides to Chris Evans. So started emailing Chris Evans at Virgin Radio. Obviously, no response. Why would Chris respond to Pete Goldring at Happy Stride? But I actually called up Virgin Radio last summer, and Eddie Temple Morris was actually picked up the phone. He was on air, and Eddie Temple Morris, I don't know. Do you know Eddie Temple Morris?
I know the name.
Yeah, so he runs like the show about 10:30. Really, really lovely guy. I started talking about Happy Stride, told him the whole story about mental health, etc. And he obviously works with Chris Evans. And I said, look, I really need to get the shorts to Chris Evans. So what Eddie said to me, he said, look, what I'll do is, he has this part of his show on Friday mornings where he basically says a good story of the week, and he said, I'm going to talk about Happy Stride this week. And I was like, this is absolutely amazing. And so on Friday I was sitting here, and a guy texted me, and I knew that was going to be coming on about 11 o'clock, and one of my friends texted me about 9 o'clock, and he just said, Eddie Temple Morris is sitting with Chris Evans, and they've just been talking about Happy Stride. And this was on Chris Evans's show, and I was like, "This is unbelievable." And the website did start to go mad. You could see
hundreds of thousands of listeners. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But obviously they're not all going to Happy Stride. But we had like 500-600 people on the site, which was pretty mad at the time, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is brilliant!" And we got a few sales out of it, so some free PR. Anyway, we sent some shorts to Chris Evans, and he works with a guy called Vassos, who's a big runner as well.
Okay,
and a pair to him as well. So I do know that Chris Evans and Vassos and the guys who work there do actually have Happy Strides. But I've never seen any pictures of them wearing them. So Chris, if you are wearing them, give us a little snap. Give us a little snap.
Yeah, I'll tag him in the upload. We'll get it. I'll try and get him on the podcast, and then you can join for 10 minutes and ask him about it.
Yeah. So in terms of other celebs, just I don't know. It's a weird one. If any pop up, we sometimes think, oh, can we get through to them? But the thing with being a small brand, a lot of the bigger celebs, want a lot of money. As you can probably understand. But we did actually have a woman whirling called Anna McNuff. Right. She ran around she's a big runner. She ran around the UK with no shoes, just barefoot. If you Google her, it's worth looking her up. She's a lovely woman, and we sent her a pair, and she did a lot of. She's a celeb in the running community, and she posted a lot about them, and that really helped us. So thank you, Anna, if you're listening.
Yeah, shout out. Do you know Nick Butter? He's a runner.
The guy running
around the UK.
I've sent him a pair.
Oh well, I am. He's coming on the podcast, and we're going to do it while he's running. I haven't quite worked out apparently there's some equipment I can get to block out windows.
Oh man, it's brilliant! You're getting one.
I'll take a pair with me and try and get him to run in them for the day.
So I actually spoke to Nick. I saw he was doing this amazing challenge for respect to him, and he was running through Essex where we live, right. And I was like, I obviously follow him on Instagram. I was like, Nick, we're local, and we can come and give you a pair of shorts. And he'd moved on by then, but he gave us the details. We've actually sent his manager or he's someone he works with a pair. So I'm logging into Instagram every day to hopefully one day see the picture of him running with the happy shot. He actually went for the WhatsApp shorts.
Oh, did he? Good.
Yeah, so he wanted those ones. So it's great that you've got him on the show.
Well, I'll be sure when I do. He's scheduled. I think it's July 19th is the schedule. Obviously.
Okay.
I mean, he's in Scotland now, so he's got a fair way to run to, because we're obviously the other side coast on the world. So I mean, the challenge is completely bonkers what he's doing, but he's a pretty bonkers bloke, isn't he?
Are you actually meeting him face to face?
Yeah. So we live less than a mile from the coast here. So I'm going to run. He actually runs along the frontier as part of the route. So I'm going to run with him and record the podcast while running.
Awesome.
So that'll be a good one. I'll make sure I wear my Happy Strides, and if he's got them in the van, if he can put them on, that's a good picture.
Oh, that'll be a great photo.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, cool. I suppose so the other question only one I've got written down was find sort of that husband and wife thing.
Yeah.
How do you manage conflict in the workplace? How do you manage the disagreements or not disagreements? Constructive discussions that you have.
Do you know what? It actually works quite well. We do sometimes have disagreements. I'd say I'm quite sometimes I'm a bit abrupt, and sometimes I do need to slow down. I'm a bit of a control freak. I like getting stuff done and all those ticking things off and all those sort of things. And I think sometimes Sam actually does point out things, and I do. You just do need to slow down and think, okay, actually, fair point. But we've never had an argument over Happy Stride. So to be honest, it's all good. As I said before, for us, it doesn't feel like a job. Because it's doing something. We're building a brand which we're very passionate about, and we love seeing those pictures of people in the shorts. It's all fun. It's actually it's fun. You have a really good time. Like when we saw that picture of you the other day with your glasses, t-shirt on, shorts before the race with your hat on, saying when you said in your post, I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, or what I'm doing, we were literally crying with laughter. Like, we absolutely love that, John. So good. Like seeing stuff like that is absolutely brilliant for us.
Good. Long may that continue.
Yeah.
Well, From me, obviously, like I said at the start, as a lover of colourful things, I love the brand. They're also, I'm not just saying this. They're great quality. Like I said, I ran 80 odd miles in them and was happy to do so. So the quality is definitely there. But
really good to hear.
Congratulations from 50 pairs in 6 months, like you said earlier, to Chris Evans and Ronnie O'Sullivan, Ronnie O'Sullivan wearing them and 600 people on the website. Congratulations! I'm strength to strength, hopefully. So. Thank you for coming on here. It's been a real pleasure for me to get not just an insight into the brand, but the why, the how, and insight into the business. So I've really enjoyed it.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for coming on.
And thanks very much for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to talk about Happy Stride, and also to talk to you in terms of, it's always nice to talk to people who've bought the shorts and worn them, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm really looking forward to listening when it comes out.
Great. Oh, I forgot. There's one more feature I forgot to do. The refer a friend feature, where you've got to try and refer a friend. Oh, I can't believe I nearly forgot this. If you refer a friend and they come on the podcast, I'll make a donation to charity of your choice, which can be whichever charity you choose for this year. If you don't, never mind. But I like to think shooting for the moon. It's always nice for somebody to refer a friend that they think are interesting, fun, enjoyable. They can be from any walk of life. So if you had to refer a friend that you could have a little word in their ear, it can be from anybody you know well or a little bit, who would it be?
So is it got to be someone who's running some sort of business?
No, it could be absolutely.
Okay.
So just somebody that there's a chance that they'll come on the podcast, and you can give them a tweet or a text. I mean, you can refer Barack Obama, but it's probably unlikely. I don't know if you're close personal friends with him, that he'll come on. But yeah, somebody who think would be interesting in the podcast.
Yeah, I'd like to refer a guy called Paul Whitaker. He runs. He's a very good runner. I think he's half marathons, 105. He's a sub 30 minute 10K runner, and he's got a business locally here in Essex called PW Coaching, and he's all about training to heart rate. And he's built this business up into, over the last, I think it's been going a few years, but I've seen a lot of people started being coached by him, and it's going really well. And it's a bit of a different type of trade. He's looked into the science a lot about it, and I think he could be very interesting for you to talk to, especially being a runner. So keeping in that running thing.
Yeah. Well, when I upload the episode, I'll tag him in, and if you give him a nudge, that'd be I'd love to.
Well, I will do. I'll send you his Instagram and stuff like that, mate.
Smashing. Well, yeah,
cheers,
from
John.
me to you, thank you. Absolute pleasure. And many more successes to Happy Stride and longevity of the business.
Thanks, mate. Take care. Have a nice evening.
Thanks, mate. See you later.
Cheers, mate. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.